Peace family. So I'm back with another one. Today what I wanted to do is I wanted to talk to my chosen ones about why they do not respond to you and ignore you, but they are constantly watching you and still trying to extract energy. You know, watching you is still extracting energy spiritually, even if there's no exchange of verbal communication. And the thing with verbal communication, which we should understand, is like our first language that we learn, all human beings, any spiritual being that's having a human experience, the first language we learn is sign language. Sign language and basically telepathy. You know what I'm saying? Like just we have to know these things when dealing with little beings who are new here. We haven't programmed them to the languages and things that we have now. You know what I'm saying? So that's one way to easily just kind of know like what's actually like taking place, because there's a lot of shit that get misconstrued. But once you can start finding starting points, you know what I'm saying, somewhere to actually start solid at, or the root, or you know what I'm saying, somewhere as close to the root as you possibly can go. So like the trees, you don't always pull every single tree up, but you know it's a root system underneath. You know what I mean? But what brought me to the subject today is, why are they always watching and extracting energy and ignoring you and doing all of these things? These are really weak-spirited beings, right? And the example I got to start with today is, none of this is recent. I just dive in. I've been through a lot of fucking experiences, a lot, or I wouldn't be right here right now in front of y'all, trust me. But it was a being that we used to work in the same space, right? And when we used to work in that space, at that time, years ago, this being held themselves at a high standard up here. And just running into this being and the image that they created, and then the energy that I intake and how I process what they're given, I could see that they putting themselves up here, right? And I could see, okay, maybe they are living up there. They got all these things going on. They're doing these things, not really helping anybody, but they're doing a lot of productive things, you know what I mean? And years later, this being is then had a little one, right? But no longer is with the being who they had the little one. But then they're doing things, reaching out to people, engaging, creating communication, opening the door for communication, to not respond. When I had to start experiencing these things with other people and just beings in general, because when you take long breaks and portions and periods from people, you'll be able to tell the growth, what's changed, what's not. You know what I'm saying? You could fucking go to McDonald's and you could tell that something has changed if you haven't been there in 10 years, you know? They always got something different on the menu, or something weird or something, you know what I'm saying? But it'll be an adjustment. But what it made me realize was, this being wasn't an evil, ill-intentioned person, you know? But they was extremely weak spiritually. And I realized, like, for some of those beings, it's harder for them to engage with us physically because there is nowhere to hide. So they feel as if though we can see them inside. And we can! That don't mean you have to be weak about it, you know what I'm saying? You got to start to build your strength from somewhere. But these are the kind of things that they do, you know? You'll have people do things like I was just saying before, they'll reach out and engage with you, or you'll bump into them somewhere, and then it'll be planned on re-engaging or meeting up or doing something at the apartment, and it will not happen. I had this happen just recently with my with one of my little bros. Like, he must have been in a space the night prior that he wanted to give energy and do some things for my grandmother's solar return. You know, hey, you want to go to my grandma? You want to go see grandma? I was going to get her a card, and I was going to do this, and I was going to do that. And it was like, the energy at the time, it felt good because that's the space that he was in. But me knowing my little brother, I know that was a temporary space he was in. Because come the next day, his phone is off. You know what I'm saying? Not like off like no service, but just turned it off. You know, he's an owl. He's an all-nighter, you know, he's doing shit. You know what I'm saying? So I already kind of knew that he was not going to be around the next day. Because then that means you have to be solid. You have to be a man of your word. Hey, I wanted to do this for grandma. We can link up and we can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then the next day is not a thing. You don't call to say, oh, my bad, this happened. You know what I'm saying? Or yeah, or any... It's not a thing to show empathy or be apologetic to not being a man of your word. But beings like that usually don't, and they don't have to, because most of us already understand their roles and that they're not really that responsible in those manners and in that area. You know what I'm saying? But the shit happens with strangers too, you know, and people that are not that close in your bubble. So my bubble is here, right? And if you're outside of here, that means you're not in my bubble, but you're still close to my bubble. But if you're like further back here, that means you're further away from my space. So then the connection isn't as strong. But you'll still have those beings who don't have a strong connection with you still be engaged in those same witchy tactics. And my thing is like, if I want to talk to somebody, I reach out and talk to them. That's what I do. If I like somebody's music and they was doing really good music, you know, like in Yarika, I just reached out to him. He do fire music, you know what I'm saying? I like his frequency that he's on, you know what I'm saying? He done already got the whole off-grid shit that we all saying that we're building towards, but he's already there, you know what I'm saying? I'm building towards it, but it's certain beings of us that's already there in that space, you know what I'm saying? You shouldn't be afraid to reach out and to communicate. And if you are, then you already understand that the fear is leading. The fear is leading. You know what I mean? So you're not going to be able to be a spiritual being and have a human experience without the fear being there. The fear comes with walking out the house. The fear comes with waking your ass up. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just part of being in this realm. It's just part of being in this realm. It's kind of like if you have food or some fruit, some natural shit from trees or from the ground, you know what I'm saying? You have some natural shit and you don't eat it and you keep it out for a long period of time. You already know that that's not going to be good anymore. That's just part of this realm here. You know, you have a limited time to get to it before it has to recycle itself back around. It has to decompose and redo its thing. You know what I mean? But a lot of these spirits out here, the digital world works for them because it allows them not to have to address people or deal with people in real lifetime. You know what I'm saying? I do this here, but I also do this shit in real lifetime. You know what I'm saying? And if I didn't, I wouldn't have been able to do this. You know what I'm saying? Because when I started, even in the universe, and the creator put me in this damn position, won't nobody tap in or watching. I was just doing it because I felt it, and it was told to me that I ain't got no choice but to do this. You know what I'm saying? So understanding that our team gives us strength. Even when we're feeling weak and vulnerable and we feeling like shit and we like feeling like the lowest version of ourselves, our team still gives us genuine, real strength from within, so we can address and take on the obstacles that we face out here, whether you take it on the next day, the next few hours, or the next few weeks. But none of us would be in this position right here, either watching or doing the teaching or doing both, you know what I'm saying, if you didn't get through those obstacles, if you wasn't diving deeper and understanding what the fuck is actually going on out here, Why is everybody operating the same way on this side of the world as they are on that side of the world? You know what I'm saying? They, oh, American this, American that. No, I don't give a fuck about America. Fuck this flag. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about none of that shit. You can have my social number too. And that's why I don't even go by my government number and my government name. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care for any of those titles, any of those things. I don't care about my background or record with the system, because I was learning and taking steps and routes that wasn't hand to hand and coincide with what the system say we should do and what we shouldn't do. You know what I'm saying? But my higher power, the creator, is who I listen to. You know what I'm saying? And then I follow their rules to a certain degree, because I'm still living in this shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like you're gonna be able to just avoid all of it. No, I learn the rules of where the fuck I'm at, and then I expand and I create shit and I work around shit. I'm pretty sure that's how all of us work the sauce. So just being aware, like, I just named a handful of things that we do to pull strength, how we get strength. You know what I'm saying? Things that build us up, pull us up, lift us up, pick us up, do all these things, while we still have the other beings who are still too weak-spirited to even fucking engage. You know, they watch your stories, but they don't want to comment on them, or they don't want to like them. You know what I'm saying? They see you in passing in real life, and it's all this fake engagement. You know what I'm saying? Fake waves, fake smiles, fake highs. You know what I'm saying? Like, some beings you run into in real life, they are so weak and so scared of your energy that they are scrambling in the inside, and you can feel them trying to hurry the conversation up to get the fuck away from you. We not the issue. They are the fucking issues. You know what I'm saying? Because if it was no system, they would be following all of us right now. As much as they want to argue and debate our process, they would be following all of us right now. It wouldn't be, let me debate with them right now, because they don't have no structure the other way. Our team comes with structure. You know what I mean? It's a lot that comes with it, but it's a lot of weak spirits out here, you know what I mean? And they will be watching, they will be lurking, they will be tapped into you, and they will be fucking casting spells on you. You got to think about it. If you watch somebody, right? When I watch somebody, I either really like what they doing, or I don't care for what they doing, or I am really disgusted by what they're doing. 3 options. You know what I'm saying? So if I really love and enjoy what you're doing, my spirit world, I'm sending you good energy from my spirit world. I'm not saying, hey, send them good energy, but my vibration feels good. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sending that there. When I see that story, I'm sending that there. It feels good. You know what I'm saying? If I don't care about something, it's shut off. You know what I'm saying? I could flip through it in 2 seconds, 1 split second. You know what I'm saying? But if it's something that I do not fuck with, my spirit comes across it. I don't say it out loud, but it's like, what the fuck is this? Even me saying, what the fuck is this? I'm projecting that energy that I don't fuck with it. So that's me sending it, not good energy. It's just being aware and being able to break these things down. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't want to run it up too long. Tapping everything down below. Peace and love to the kings and queens.